That's daylight you see cracking there, but not a big deal. We're not walking 15 miles in the middle of nowhere like we have past week. I'm meeting Brother Drew over here on our little piece by the old homestead this morning, so we're fixing to slide in here right as the day is awakening up. We are hunting the loudest place in the country. Highway noise, trains, donkeys, but it's typically got some turkeys on it, so. Man, that highway's gonna be loud. There he was. He's gobbling back here. Got a turkey gobbling way off in the corner of the place over here. Fixed to go give it a shot. It's right on top of this highway. Just so happens I put a new microphone on this camera yesterday because after filming with this thing for a month, because I killed my other one in Hawaii and just kind of had to, this was a spare I had. Nice camera, I'm just not that familiar with it. Finally got to diving into some of the audio and video that I got from the last month. Audio's not very impressive, so I changed mics last night, so this one's a touch more sensitive, and now we're gonna go hunt beside a flipping highway. So this might be a loud one, boys and girls. It might be a touch on the side. We'll see. Oh, 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 oh. Big old rascal. We should go over and do that above his head. Oh, oh, oh! Finicky saps up there. Gobbler a call, I bet you. Just being sure you don't run over him before you get your shot over to here. Yeah. Scratching. Real fresh. Might as well hop across and try to put our eyes on that pasture. If he ain't in that pasture, he's in this hardwood block right here. We can start approaching it. That's the only thing. I don't know that he can hear you yelping. Fairly certain he can't. We left the pastures on this side at a jump a fence line. Now we're going to sneak up on this back pasture. Drew saw a gobbler in this back pasture yesterday, middle of the day. So we're assuming that's the turkey we're hearing and that's where he's going, so. Don't want to fight with him in this stuff. He's gonna win. I got them like them 2 oaks. He's starting to get with it. He's burning enough. We're just standing here like a couple dorks. Ain't the right thing to do. We either need to
I agree.
get to this corner try to yelp him down, or we need to...
I think if you could get to that big old oak up there and yelp to him, and then back up more to these little oaks, the only thing I don't want to happen is you get in there and
get in do this stuff.
Well, that, and you get in there and yelp to him, and then sit down, and he pops out on top of you coming through this stuff. Be still. Where you got him at?
I just saw him run to him.
Did the hen go to the right?
If he's coming down that road, we don't want to be sitting there or standing there.
Be still, he's straight out in front of us. He's straight out in front of us. Yep. Yep. To your left. About 65, 70. And he's coming straight at us. Be still. I think he's behind that oak tree for you. No, he's going left still. Toward the field. You see him? Yep. He's still going left. Is that him? I just knew it was a turkey. Yeah.
Well, I've been sitting right down on the edge of that field for the last about what? At least 45 minutes to an hour. Turkey was gobbling up on this little hardwood ridge that empties off into this field, and Drew saw him in this field yesterday, middle of the day or kind of early afternoon. Had a hen in the edge of the field that we bumped out. 30 minutes later she come back. We figured for sure he will not hit a call. I've tried everything in my vest and he won't hit it. I think the last time we were sitting here I hadn't heard anything for about 20 minutes and a hen just started cackling up there like crazy. And he gobbled, and we think he was off to the back of the hill, like toward the pastures that we came through this morning. So I think we're going to end up fading that way, probably bumping him or something.
If he did fade, I hope it's that way, because it kind of plays to our advantage a little bit, because we got a freaking highway right here.
And we can't hear nothing. You just feel like you're hunting with one leg and an eye patch and both earmuffs on. It's just terrible. You just feel all off balance.
This might be one of those good days to go catch up on some.
Seems like it'd be a pretty day to kill a turkey.
It's a freaking gorgeous day.
Golly. a new call stretch with some new material. It's got some potential, but I don't think it's there yet.
It's a little whiny on that front end there, boy. Where they at?
See that bright green bush right yonder? The one that's hanging over into the field?
Yeah.
Right under it. Like 50 yards.
Really?
Yeah.
So they didn't even have their heads up when you said they're yelping.
Just looked like they were just picking the tops of the dang. I don't see how they didn't see me, but they didn't appear that they saw. They've been slinging it over, ain't they?
There's the views,
They got dirt thrown everywhere. Did you get any footage of them hens?
I didn't. I stayed tucked down.
We had a couple hens in that field when we came up over it, but no gobblers. We're making a little spin down through here. Gonna hit the other corner and then head out. It's been pretty unproductive. Beautiful day, but ain't no turkeys gobbling. It took a bunch to get them to gobble, though. They listened to that cutting for.
That's our
2
two
minutes.
boys that's been up here. They may be willing participants.
That was down here.
That's where the first one sounded across the field.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The easiest place to kill them turkeys is gonna be that bottom. Like if you start trying, you're gonna have to pull them up across that crap and through them houses, and they probably ain't gonna move from where they're at. But
No. I think we should go to that bottom and try them.
maybe we should just yelp like we're walking down through there
And then pull up on that bottom and set up shop.
and set up shop. Yeah. The bad thing about this thing is you can't get quiet on it. You're either gonna blow
Yeah.
the eyes over it. I swear that turkey's gotten closer.
Yeah, and to me it sounded like he had been toward the bottom a little bit.
They hit it, didn't they?
Yeah, but it hit it right in the middle of your call. To me it sounded like he had bounced, like maybe floated down that little hill out from under that oak a little bit to the right.
Yeah, they're hitting it.
They're hitting it. That's why I'm confused. I don't think they
want to
have
walk with them, just going down to
Yeah.
the bottom.
I'll probably switch to the mouth yelper though, because as you get closer, it's just gonna be louder. You think?
I don't know if they'll hit the mouth yelper. know.
Me neither. You don't have to go in here. Yeah. I hope so. I hope so.
Where do you think they would go?
Around the back side of this fence, right? It sounds like they was right at the back of the fence right there at last.
And if they go left, we can kill them over there.
Yeah.
You think it's both of them?
Huh?
You think it's both of them?
Yeah. I swear I heard something walking in the leaves over here. Yeah, do you think they're gonna come up the side of the cemetery there?
Maybe in the pine trees we could shoot out in that grass patch a little better, you know?
I don't think he can move at this point.
Where's your gun at?
It's right here on my left side. Thing is, I don't know if he's not gonna sit there at that fence. I just hear a hen with him. Can you shoot through there?
I don't know, it's gonna, like, through there, it's gonna be funny, isn't it?
Yeah, I see, he's right in line, straight under that cedar limb right there. It's hung over there.
And they should think that we're in this hardwood, we're not gonna be out in that open.
Straight out front. You fixing to be able to see him.
There they are. Right under that cedar tree you just talked about. See them? gonna shoot a looker. See him coming down the road. You on the looker? Oh, there's a jake or something. Big cover right there. Man, the jakes threw a curveball right at the last minute.
You dang right they did. Now that one you shot, well, when he come across the LCD screen, I saw his beard flop down.
Yeah,
he started bugging his head, and I said, "That's a gobbler."
Yeah, he bugged out.
I said, "Kill him."
That was a perfect scenario. Just went AWOL right at the last minute.
Well, the reason being is I feel
I said,
like
I'm gonna shoot the looker. I said, I'm gonna shoot the looker in the front.
Yeah.
About that time, I saw another small head, and I heard.
Yeah.
I said,
You heard him
I
drum.
said, do you hear me say, "There's jakes"?
Yeah.
And I said, oh crap.
Oh.
L2 finally did it.
Yeah, and they didn't want nothing but it.
Nothing but the tube call.
Nothing but the tube, son. He smelled the bug about the time he hit that little lane right there.
He must have seen a reflection or something,
Yeah.
because buddy, when he came out from in that tree,
His old
it
head.
was nothing. I mean, it was like
You
he
said
saw a
that?
ghost.
Did you say, is that a gobbler or is that?
I saw that one. I said, that's
Yeah.
a gobbler.
Oh yeah.
And I had another, no, one I was talking about, is that a gobbler, was there was one on the right side of the tree.
Oh, and that was a
when
jake?
he came out on the left, there was another one on the right. And I think that was the lead gobbler.
Yeah.
I think that was the front gobbler. But this one,
When I said
I was 100% sure
I
was a
said
gobbler.
the strutters in the back. I never had laid eyes on him. I could hear him drumming though.
Yeah.
He was right over there. He was
I guess they just came right straight through the daggone cemetery.
I guess they did.
Because, buddy, they popped up right there. When I squeezed the trigger on him, I think he lined up with the tree right at the last minute. And I thought, as soon as I squeezed it, I thought I just shot a tree.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and I obviously didn't say nothing. When you squeezed the trigger, a couple turkeys went flying backwards right there, and I thought, I mean, that's a whole slew of turkeys.
I didn't have a clue. There was obviously turkey still in that green patch back in there. That other one was right here.
What he done was he come up the road and he walked up right here is where he was standing.
He came right up behind that big old pine tree.
Mm-hmm. And he saw the face of a fast fire.
Something's on him.
I don't know what he saw, but I know he saw something.
Buddy, he started making an abrupt.
Yeah. That's good shooting right there, bro. And he flopped all the way down here. I think them leaves are just so slick right there. I feel like he got on that little downhill slope. Huh?
He ain't one of our 2-year-olds.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ. Are you serious?
We don't have a whole lot of them around here.
No.
We keep him killed out of here.
We manage this place well.
We man just played for 2-year-olds.
That's a dandy there.
Solid black.
That's a dandy set.
Golly, you been doing some strutting, you think? Like you hit him with scissors, boy. That's a big old turkey.
Dang.
I think we can get a picture on that picture board.
Yeah. We ain't got a picture on the picture barn yet this year.
God, it's a big old turkey. A fine turkey.
I got sick of trying to flick your lighter all the time.
You got your Vic? Beautiful Sunday lunch appointment. It'd have been easy to get our butt handed to us this morning like we did, and then go back to the truck and head to the Waffle House, wouldn't it? I ain't gonna say my belly wasn't trying to steer me in that direction. You hear me?